Hey gang, as you know, during my first 10 years at Intel, I applied to 14 different roles and I didn't land a single one. At first, I struggled to understand why, but through deep self-reflections, research, and trial and errors, I uncovered critical elements that made all the difference. Things like building emotional connections quickly with the one-pagers, building a tribe, actively planning my career development, and strategically promoting my ambitions. These were not just abstract concepts, they became practical tools that completely transformed my approach to career growth. Among them, one stood out as the ultimate game changers, the 90-day plan. By incorporating a structured 90-day plan into my interview strategy, I was able to showcase my foresight, preparations, and the ability to drive impact from day one. Over time, I refined these tools. I share it with others and saw firsthand how it elevated the interview success and set you apart. Initially, I created 90-day plans for myself, unsure of its true impact. But as I put it in practice, the results spoke for themselves. It was a game changer. Over time, I shared it with colleagues and peers, continuously refining it, and each time the success was remarkable. A 90-day plan is far more than just a document. It's a strategic roadmap that highlights your motivation for the role, prove that you have the skills to do the job, and really reinforce that you are a true team player ready to contribute from day one. Here is the reality. Most candidates, they won't have this. But when you do, you create an unexpected advantage that immediately sets you apart. A 90-day plan is commonly expected for leadership and executive positions, demonstrating foresight and a structured thinking. However, it's rarely used by individual contributors, which makes it even more powerful when you present it during an interview. It immediately signals that you are not just thinking about getting the job, you're thinking about excelling in it. Now, imagine this. You walk into an interview or connect virtually with the interview panel. Instead of just answering questions, you lead the conversations. You confidently present your 90-day plan, showing exactly how you will drive impact in the role from the very beginning. At that moment, the dynamic shifts. You are no longer just another applicant. You become someone who thinks ahead, who is prepared, who knows exactly how to succeed before even stepping through the door. The plan lets you own the conversation and make sure you touch on what you want to be discussed. A 90-day plan does more than outlining what you will do. It proves that you understand the role and its expectations, that you have already identified the challenges and the opportunities, that you can develop a clear strategic approach to make an immediate difference. It shows your maturity, initiative, and leadership, all qualities that hiring managers values. And here's the real kickers. This is not just theory. It really works. Hiring managers respect candidates who come prepared, and a 90-day plan is a game changer that demonstrates your ability to take ownership, create a structure, and deliver results. So when they ask, where do you see yourself in this role? You don't answers. You show them, you hand over your plan, you own the conversations, and you leave them with the one undeniable thought: this is the candidate we need. Now, it's homework time. How do you establish and use the 90-day plans for your next roles? First, as usual, go to the training page and grab the 90-day plan template. This is the framework that will set you up for success. Now, let me walk through it so you fully understand how it works. Once you grasp the structures, I will share my recommendations for how to leverage it effectively in your job search and career progressions. Here are the key components of my 90-day plan template. The before day one. This is preparation and initial groundwork to ensure a strong start. The first week. This is the early engagement and relationship building to integrate effectively. The first month. Getting momentum, securing quick wins, and making an impact. The first quarter is driving executions and expanding influence and delivering results. This structured approach ensures that you seamless transitions and position yourself for long-term success in any roles. The key slides that you should have in your 90 days plans are: First, the title slide. Make sure you rebrand the presentation using your organization's template or the branding of the company you're applying to. Make sure to highlight that the role you're applying for aligns with your career plans. This reinforces that your strategic thinking and long-term visions. Always have a copy on hand, paper or electronics, so that you can present it immediately if asked. The second slide is your one-pagers. As you know now, this is key to creating emotional connections with the interviewers or the panels. As usual, keep it concise, 1 or 2 minute maximum. The third slide is before my first day slide. This slide demonstrates the proactive step you will take before starting a new role. You show that you conduct industry research to understand key players, competitors, challenges, and opportunities. That you improve your knowledge of the role by reading relevant books, watching industry-related videos and webinars. You engage on social medias, subscribing to industry-relevant groups, feeds, and discussions. You even pursue certifications and trainings to expand your expertise. You network and engage with professionals in the industry, building connections even before stepping into the roles. By presenting this, you demonstrate motivations, preparations, and strategic thinking, all setting you apart from the competitions. Next is the first week slide. This slide focuses on establishing a strong foundation in your first week to ensure smooth transition and early success in your new roles. By leveraging insights from your one-on-one training and the manager expectations blueprint, you demonstrate a structured approach to learning, integrating, and aligning with key expectations. A critical step is having a one-on-one discussions with your manager to clarify goals for the first week, month, and quarter while defining your role and responsibilities. Setting up regular one-on-one meetings ensure ongoing communication and alignments. A buddy assignment further accelerate your integration by providing peer support, helping you to quickly navigate your new environment. Team and colleague introductions are essentials, as they allow you to engage in discussion about the best-known methods relevant to your roles. A business update with your team helps you to understand the priorities, the objectives, the strategies, the challenges, the financial considerations, and the key industry players such as customers, partners, and competitors. Additionally, completing the operational excellence training as well as the HR and IT and onboarding training equips you with the tools and the knowledge needed to perform effectively. By taking these steps, you show preparedness, strategic thinking, and initiatives, allowing you to gain momentum and quickly highlight that you can do the job and will be a team player. Next is the first month slide. Here you show your ability to move beyond onboarding and start engaging strategically with internal and external stakeholders. You demonstrate that you have identified the key stakeholders relevant to your roles. You begin direct communication with top stakeholders to understand challenges in your roles. You brainstorm and validate your strategic plan to deliver early wins. You engage with your teams and your tribes to refine your strategies. By proactively showing and taking these actions, you are demonstrating maturity, leadership, and a holistic strategic thinking, which set you for a long-term success in your role. The last slide, first quarter, highlights your commitment to executions by delivering results based on insights gathered in your first months. You expand engagement beyond your initial stakeholders, broadening your network within the organizations. You also plan to begin exploring industry associations and events, reinforcing your long-term growth. To maximize your impact, your approach is centered on focus, communications, and executions. Leveraging the go-no-go framework will ensure that the time and effort are directed toward high-value actions, reinforcing your ability to deliver results, build strong network, and drive long-term success for their new role. Now let me share some tips on using the 90-day plans effectively in your interviews. First, be prepared for your interview. Most will be either behavioral interviews, assessing how you handle different situations, or standard-based Q&A based on the role or the organizations. Second, understand the purpose behind every interview questions. They're meant to validate whether you can do the job, have the motivation for the job, or if you will fit within the team and if you are team players. For face-to-face interviews, on top of your resume, bring few copies of your 90-day plans. For virtual interviews, be ready to share your screen with your 90-day plans when needed. Absolutely important, own your message from the start. After the initial introductions, mention that you have crafted a 90-day plan and would like to begin with that, sharing it with them. This allows you to take control, highlight key points, and confidently set the tone of the interview. If they agree, proceed with confidence. Present your plan with focus, self-assurance, and determinations. If they decline, no panic. You stay calm. You have three options. First, you can politely request time at the end of the interview to review it, emphasizing on the effort you put in creating your plan. Second options, you continue with the interview as usual, but when a question arises that your 90-day plan directly addresses, you reference to it and you use it as an opportunity to present your plan. Third is if you have not a chance to showcase your plan or lack the time to do so, just thank them for the time at the end of the interview, leave a copy, and explain that the plan highlights the work you plan to do before and to stepping into the roles, providing that you're ready to hit the ground running from day one. Gang, by strategically presenting your 90-day plans, you reinforce leadership, initiative, and preparedness, making a lasting impression on your interviewers. Believe me, a 90-day plan is not just a document, it's a massive competitive advantage when doing interviews. It really shifts the conversations, prove your ability to think ahead, and position you as a leader in any role you'll be pursuing. If you really want to stand out, this is how you do it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next training sessions.